Samsung, after presenting the first Innov8 with 8 megapixel, has also a touch version of the great 8 megapixel camera. You are on Cellulare-Magazine.it. I'm Emilio Vignapiano. Let's see the Samsung Touch. Here you are in the main screen. As you can see, there are little widgets coming out. Pop. You can really design your desktop. The touch, as you can see, works pretty nice. It's not a smartphone, so we don't have to think like other touch screen, but it's a normal phone in this way. On the front you have VGA camera for video calling, as this phone is an UMTS HSDPA but also a quadriband GSM, so no problem all around the world. Light sensor that is very helpful because the screen is huge. As you can see, it's a 3.2 inch with 262,000 colors. Classical resolution, now we have a nice resolution of 240 by 400, so it's even better than the classical resolution. We already saw that it's a touch screen. On the bottom there are 3 different keys to turn on a conversation and to go to the main menu. As you can see, there is the classical Samsung user interface. The icons are so big that you can barely touch one without any problem. See, you don't get inside other icons with any problem. It's really responding and also has a lot of application. As you can see, radio FM is inside. There is also Bluetooth 2.0. Unfortunately, there is no Wi-Fi, but this is not a smartphone, so we don't expect to be there. There is also the RS reader, so you can have your latest news update in real time. If you go on the right side of the phone, you have the balance of the volume that also works like zoom in and zoom out in the camera application, because this is the camera side. Then you have to play back all the photos in a slideshow and camera button. There is the classical Samsung camera button. If you have a digital camera of Samsung, you know. Let's open the camera. The main one is on the back. As you can see, is already written 8 megapixel camera, autofocus, and Samsung. The flash is good, but it's still a LED flash, so don't expect Xenon one. Characteristic, so in very big ambient and in long figure photos, you don't have all the power that you need with a LED flash. Here comes the speaker that works pretty good. This is the interface of the camera. As you can see, it's very look like the Samsung one. You have a lot of options and you go directly to them by touching. This is the flash, or you can activate, disactivate the autofocus or the macro. You can also have the faces to be focused on, so you can change all the figure of the camera. The clicks are very fast and doesn't take a lot to recharge it. As you can see now, we can already make another picture. So the camera is really fast and optimized with all the other phone features. On the left side, let's go out from the camera. On the other side, you have the micro SD expansion. You really need it. On the phone there are just 200 megabytes, so if you want to use this phone for photos instead, you don't need 8 megapixel, and some MP3, really you need at least a 2 gigabyte micro SD. Then we can go to the open application or to the application that you use most. You can change them, of course. The hold key to lock and unlock the phone. At the top you have the charger, but also the cable to sync and to use the headphone. The headphones are in the box that is pretty small and nice, and they are very good quality one. In the box there is also a pen, but really, trust us, you don't need any. Everything works with just with your finger. As you can see, you have the Samsung idea. There is not just a 3.5 jack, but there is the adapter, so you can use your headphone or you can use this already near Samsung headphone that really have a good quality sound. Let's go back to the phone and let's show the way to write an SMS. When the phone is in this position, you have the classical alphanumeric keypad that try to write ciao. You select the word or you just put the space. Ciao cara. And you choose all the options that you have. So there is T9 in this way, but turning the phone, that is the better way to write. You still have suggestion, but you don't really need. So also the screen is very responding, but you have to touch for a second more the screen to let the application start and to take your command. Also, video have a good resolution. In fact, we have 720 per 480 pixels, so pretty nice. The price is settled in Italy for €399. That is quite a good price for a product that have a 8 megapixel camera. You don't need any camera with this phone, except we have just to say a few little things about the flash, because we expect something more for an 8 megapixel, but guys, it's LED, so don't expect too much. The audio is good, not only on the phone but also on the speaker that is in the back. Speaker can be used also for MP3, but the quality sound is good but not excellent. This has a good MP3 player but with headphone. So don't think to pump the volume too much for the speaker with MP3 player. Dimension, as you can see, are not so small but really can fit your hands. In fact, you have 108 per 44.6 per 13.8 millimeter. It's a bit heavy. It's 120 grams, but you don't really feel it in your hands, as it's very good distributed on all the phone, and the phone has the kind of dimension of a palm, so it looks more like a smartphone, a palm phone, instead of a normal phone. For Cellulare-Magazine.it, Emilio Vignapiano with the Samsung Innov8 Touch.